Expert Talk. I'm Tigo. You know, for the last couple of weeks, well, almost a couple of months now, I've been trying to figure out interesting things to do while we're on our stay home during COVID-19. And I've been trying new recipes. I'm boxing at home. I'm doing new exercises. I'm going out early in the morning and walking sometimes. And I start looking on social media to see what other people are doing. What are they doing for fun? I see people doing movie night. They're doing family game night virtually. And then I come across a friend of mine that I met in Hong Kong some 15 years ago. And she's hiking in the mountains by herself. And I think, okay, interesting. See, I knew her as a professional entertainer in Hong Kong. And then I knew that she became a professional physical trainer. And now she's hiking in the mountains? Oh yeah, this is an expert I've got to talk to. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. Today, my next guest is Michelle Garthe. And we're going to talk to her about being a mom with small children at home, being an entertainer from around the world, and what are you doing in a mountain by yourself? So sit right there. We'll be right back. Hey Michelle, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, Theresa. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I cannot believe, let's see, it was 2009, I think, the last time I was in Hong Kong. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do you ever get a chance to go back there? Do you ever want to go back?
In a heartbeat. You know, I miss the people. I miss the culture.
Right.
I miss the music industry as well. And of course, at the time I was performing with our friend Howard McCrary, and it brings back a lot of wonderful memories. And I miss all that. But I love being back home. I love being back in the U.S. I love having the access to our Costco, to our Walmart, and Amazon. Oh, come on now, you know. So there are a lot of things that I miss about Hong Kong, but I love being home.
But you have an amazing voice.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, you definitely know how to be in the spotlight as an entertainer. Are you singing in America? Other than, of course, we're going to get into your mountain climbing, but are you singing on stage in America when this pandemic is over? We're going to get into COVID as well.
I would love to get back into that at some point. I took that in the back burner ever since I became a mom, and then I became a mom of baby number 2 in 2012. So that became my priority right now, just to be there for them.
But I do have to ask you, are your children singing? Did they get your voice?
You know, my oldest one has it. Yeah, she definitely is into it.
Awesome.
Here's one other thing that I wanted to mention. At home, we have a karaoke machine. We do have it, and once in a while, me and my daughter would do a duet. And then I can tell right away that, oh my goodness, you know, she can carry the tune. She has very good ears about it. And so is my son. My son is my youngest one. He is getting to it as well. But I'm telling you, you know, both of them, I love the fact that they have this music appreciation.
Now, would you want them to follow in your footsteps and travel all over the world singing like you did?
Oh, yeah. You know, but I tell them, you know, follow what's in their heart. I can be like, hey, you know, I can tell them, follow mommy's footsteps, you know, get into the music industry and whatnot. But, you know, if their heart tells them, hey, I'd like to do something else, by all means, I would love for them to follow their hearts. But I want to make sure that they leave some room for music, of course. I want them to appreciate music, and it makes their lives even better if they do. Yeah.
So you're in the Reno area, and right now we're in the middle of this COVID-19. Oh boy. And how are you handling, because your kids are home as well, just like everyone else in America. How are you keeping them entertained, keeping them motivated? How are you handling that as a mom?
Well, you know, currently it is easy for us to just, shove them in front of the TV and have them play Xbox all day. It's so easy to do that. we want to make sure that that we incorporate some other things other than just their usual at-home school now. We want to get them. Well, currently, I've been getting both of them into photography. I still, aside from my musical background, I also became a professional photographer in Hong Kong, and I became one until like around 2015, so about 5 years ago. And I still have my equipment. So what I do is that I bring them out on some of my easy hikes. And then I bring my camera and then I teach them how to do photography, stuff like that, to get them engaged. Of course, we want to maintain a good distance from everybody else. But as much as possible, I want to incorporate some of that. We do some singing with our karaoke machine at home, which is really good. We also get them to go outside outside in our backyard, even just have them do and play around. Look at insects, observe everything that's growing and thriving in the backyard, things of that nature. It really this pandemic is making us become creative in a lot of ways, and it is important for the children to know that there are a lot of things that they can do despite of all this.
You have an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old, correct? Is the 8-year-old understanding what this is? Because it's kind of like invisible walls. We're telling them, you got to stay in,
Yeah.
But you can't really say because of this cloud or that poison, you can't see it.
Yeah.
So does he understand the reason why he's staying in?
Yeah, we clearly make both of them understand what's going on. Unfortunately, the news is all around us. They can see it everywhere. They can hear it they can hear it whenever we watch the news. There's no way for us to filter anything, and we don't want to. We want them to know exactly what's going on, but also at the same time, we want to make sure that we make light of the situation and tell them, hey, there's a lot of good things still that's going on around here, even if we are all confined to our homes. This is a time for perhaps for us to spend more time with families and get in touch and do something else, discover new skills and things like that. So we want to make sure that they know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that this is only temporary.
And getting back to normal is going to be a new normal, because I don't think we'll ever be the way it was before, which is going to be way different. But I got to ask a question. Now, everybody's talking about the 6-foot rule. Stay 6 foot apart. You got to be at least 6 feet apart. I've been seeing videos on social media. You're about 2,000 feet apart. What are you doing, woman? You're like up a mountain somewhere. Where do you go? What do you do? How far are you going when you go on these hikes?
Oh, wow. Okay. So I actually have a story behind that.
Okay.
I've been an avid hiker for over 20 years now. Back in Hong Kong, when I first lived there in '99, that's when I discovered hiking. I was a runner, and I discovered hiking and my love for elevation and peaks and all that. So I carried that on, and then these days, because ever since the gyms closed, I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? Oh my goodness. Okay, so the hills are here, and I will be far away from people. So I thought, you know what? This is going to be my opportunity to discover new trails around me, enhance my map reading skills, my navigation skills. Because before I used to be just, I would just go to anything that's popular, easier hikes and all that. And this became the reason. This became like, hey, you know what? I'd like to test my boundaries. And so I got into that, and I would go on hikes literally almost every day, like at the minimum 4 miles round trip. And then I would go sometimes as far as like 16, 15 miles. I would let everybody else know, of course, where I would go, my friends and family.
That was going to be one of my questions.
Reno has a lot of hills. There's a lot of places to hike around, and there's so much beauty, so I am very lucky, and I want to take advantage of that. And that way too, it keeps my sanity. It makes me feel good about myself, and it also helps me with my breathing, with my mental health. I consider it a moving meditation. So, this. You're a boxer. Come on, you kick some serious butt there. If you don't mind me saying that, but you know what I'm talking about here. So in order for me to be a better mom, for me to be a better person, I really have to take care of myself by doing that.
Okay, so you're out there. You've learned how to navigate. You've learned how to read the maps and the compass, and you know where you're going and all that kind of good stuff. You ever get lost?
Many times.
Now, when you get lost,
many times, Italy, yes. What I would do is, as a hiker, I advise everybody to follow the 10 necessary items. You can find that on rei.com. Even you can research about that. I can't tell you right at the top of my head what they are, but some of them is navigation, sun protection, hydration, everything with Shin. I always make sure that I have a power pack. I have my phone with me. I also have a device that allows me to communicate even when I don't have a cell phone signal. Wow. So that it's a Garmin device, and I can call out for an SOS if need to. Thank goodness I didn't need to do that. But I highly advise everybody to really make sure that you know where you're going. You let everybody know where you're going, and really, really, really look at the maps, check your GPS and all that. So
how far do you walk?
Sometimes, I would go like around 3 miles, and then I'll be like, this doesn't look like it. This doesn't seem like the right track. And then sure thing, I would check and like, oh, you're right. And then I would just zip right back and follow my instincts and follow landmarks and all that. So that's some of the things that it's like the oops moment of my life, and I keep learning from it. And then I would be like, okay, I try not to do that again.
Hi, are you a business owner, an entrepreneur, or starting your own business and wish you had an opportunity to sit down with an expert in your field? Well, check your local listings and watch Expert Talk with Tigo. I'm Tigo, and I'll talk to you very soon. You're up in the Reno area.
Yeah.
Near Lake Tahoe and all that beautiful area up there. We're down by Vegas, so we have Mount Charleston. Not quite as pretty as what you have up there, but we still have ours.
Oh, you got all that?
Yeah, we have all that. But we're also airing in 34 plus other markets that may not have those kinds of trails. But maybe somebody does want to go out and start walking. Maybe they have country roads. Maybe they have farmland that they want to walk in. How would you say you start walking? What's the best way to just get started?
Okay. Well, to get started, really, just try doing like just a 5-minute walk somewhere. Maybe down to your mailbox, maybe down next block. If you feel like you're getting out of breath after just 5 minutes, then try to reassess it. Hey, maybe I should do 3 minutes first, and then go from there. And the key thing is consistency. The very important thing is to make sure that you are consistent, that you keep progressing, and then if you will know if your body will tell you if it's time for me to go beyond 5 minutes. Maybe I can try 10 minutes this time. Each and every one of us, each body is different. Each one of us have our own what do you call that? Have our own levels, fitness levels. So it is important to take that in consideration, little by little. I am a big fan of All Trails app. There's also some other apps out there that will tell you all the best hikes and trails and parks around you, and it will also give you GPS directions even, and it will they give you information about the length and about also the elevation gains, so that way you know where you're going. So yeah, little by little, step by step, there's it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Then that's what it's all about.
So how often should you, if you're just getting started, how often should you walk? Like once or twice a week, 3 or 4 days a week? What do you think you should do? Every day?
As much as possible, at least 4 to 5 times a week, not more than that. If you are, well, it really all depends on your goals. If you really want an overall a good general health, I still recommend doing many times a week, as much as you can. If you can do 5 times a week, of as much as 30 minutes a day, that'll be wonderful, or you can incorporate something else. You can do a 10-minute hike, a 10-minute walk around the block, and then I'm talking about the same day, and then 10-minute work in the backyard, 10 minutes of doing something else. For me, for instance, I incorporate not just hiking, but also indoor exercises. Theresa, I dusted off my step, from the step aerobics. I have it from the 90s.
Hey, if you're going to go and dust off a step aerobics from the 90s, you got to go all the way back and get the leotards and the whole nine. I want to see the band. I want pictures. I want the whole family, in the bands and the cutoff t-shirts. You got to go back.
I know. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Just keep make it as diverse as possible, and the bottom line is this: do something that you enjoy. Do something that you enjoy. I can tell you a lot of exercises. I can suggest many exercises. Say, do kickboxing, step aerobics, hiking, whatnot. If you don't enjoy it, it's not going to fly. Maybe you enjoy dancing. A lot of people are into that. Zumba, for instance. And you can pop up something from YouTube, and you can do all that as well. This is the time for us to really take good care of ourselves. And by doing so, we can do it anywhere, outdoors, in our garage, indoors even. So there you have it.
And there's a segue into a question I have, because I've seen so much on social media, and I got friends and family saying the same thing, is I can't stay out of my refrigerator. They're just running in and out of their refrigerator because they have nothing else that they're doing. How are you staying healthy? How are you staying nutritious? How are you staying away from the junk food? Or are you staying away from the junk food? Maybe I should start with that.
Oh my goodness. Well, moderation is the key. If you're very stringent about your diet, it's not going to fly. We're really not built into that. We're not built into anything strict. We want to make sure that we stock up our fridge with a lot of healthy stuff. That's the most important thing. Okay, we can't be we can't be all like making all these plans of being healthy when the stuff in our fridge is not healthy. Right.
You got something against my pizza? I'm just saying.
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to stay healthy. Let me just I got pizza right there. Oh, I got chocolate cake right there. Oh, there you have it. Get rid of the junk right off the bat. Get rid of it from your fridge. Make sure that you have plenty of water, plenty of the greens, and of course vegetables and fruits and healthy proteins and healthy fats. It is important to really still pay attention in your nutrition. No matter how many calories you burn when you're hiking, when you're doing your Zumba classes and your step aerobics and all that, that's just 20% of the game. 80% is still nutrition. You really have to pay attention to that. Let's not forget that we have comfort foods around. It's like calling our name, especially in this time and this crisis that's going on. You might want to consider keeping yourself busy.
Now, I've known you good grief, almost 15 years, I think. And one thing I can say, you're a person who knows how to set a goal, make a plan, hit the goal, and then take it to the next level. Have you always been that way?
Always.
Always.
It
So
is,
how do you do that?
But well, the thing with me is that I'm very realistic with my goals. I did not plan on becoming a photographer after my music, after being in the music industry for more than 20 years, but I tried it anyway. And I became good at it. I became a published photographer, and I in Hong Kong even, and I did a lot of product photography, portraits, and after that I became a fitness instructor. So I wasn't really. I would plan things around, but I also want to make sure that they're realistic, and that I also leave room for, like, okay, changes can happen.
Right.
I can, yeah, it is, for me, I want to, whenever I set on goals on something, I want to make sure too that, hey, I study it, as no matter how much preparation I do, there's always going to be some setbacks. Right now, my goal is to still, is to study. I want to go back to school.
How does that not surprise me that you want to go back to school? That doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, the only thing that would surprise me is if you said, I'm going to run for office. That might surprise me.
Yeah.
Is that, I'm going to run for what? Yeah,
no,
what? What? But I did see on your social media that you have some of your photos actually being shown during your local weather.
Yes.
How did you do that?
Well, it just so happens that I would just submit it to a TV station, and it all started when I was running up a hill at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just want to. I know, I'm crazy, right?
I was running up a hill at 6 o'clock in the morning,
Photo of a sunrise, and it's gorgeous, and it's beautiful. That's right right here, up on a hill behind my house. And just out of the blue, you know what? I'd like to submit it to KTVN Channel 2, which is our local CBS station here. And so I was like, okay, send it over, and sure thing. They posted it on their website and on TV even.
Only you.
I'd like to thank, by the way, our weather guy here, KTVN meteorologist Jeff Martinez.
Okay, so I've got to ask, because I know people are going, okay, she's a fitness instructor. She's been in entertainment and sang all over the world. She's a great mom. She's a photographer. She's going back to school. You got to have one bad habit. What's that one thing that you just cannot stay away from? What is it?
I love chocolate.
Ah.
Well, I'm keeping it, at least it's dark. I like dark chocolate. It's just that sometimes I can overdo it. So, and I love coffee. So those are the two things.
Yeah, she does have a weakness.
I know. It could be I don't know if it's a good or bad habit, but hey, I'm only human. I gotta have my chocolate. That's a daily thing for me. That's why I keep going up on a mountain. So I want to burn that sucker up.
So before I let you go, I've got to ask, down here, the stores are finally starting to get restocked. People are calming down a little bit, but we did have a march here a couple of days ago. How are people handling it up there? Is your store stocked? Are you guys having the great toilet paper shortage? What's going on up there?
Yeah, it's the same thing here. Unfortunately, we have a lot of fear is all around us. So it's even if we are a smaller market up here, we have our own share of panic buying, of just overall fear everywhere. And there's some people policing. There, believe it or not, there are people who would tell me, especially when I was hiking, when I would go and hike, and they're like, "What are you doing out there? You should be indoors." And then I would tell them that I would remind them that, hey, the Governor Sisolak is advising us to still go out there, but still maintain that distance. So I have to make sure that some people understand that, so.
Do you see anyone else out there? I mean, are there other people? Do you pass someone every once in a while, or?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm glad that some people are still going out, but what happens is again we keep our distance, and I always have a bandana. A neck gaiter. Every time I pass them by, even if they are a good 7 feet more than 6 feet away from me, as a courtesy, I always put them on. And then whenever I pass by them and they're in a good distance already, then I would take it off. So it's really relevant to these times to still maintain our safety, even if I am outside. And it's good to see everybody that they're still out there and partaking on the beautiful on the beauty of Reno, the beauty of the hills and the lakes and everything. So yeah, get out there. It is scary to go out there, but just use common sense. Wash our hands frequently. Make sure that you have your mask on. Maintain that distance. That's all.
Well, I think when this is all said and done and the city and the state and the country and the world opens up again, I think that I'm going to come up there. I'm going to teach you how to box. You and I are going to go a few rounds.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll go out and do a little route.
Go easy on me, Theresa.
You go easy on me on the hike. I'll go easy on you on the round. How about that?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, it was wonderful. You're such an inspiration, Theresa. I really am very happy to see your posts as well, and all that that boxing that you're doing, all the progress that I'm seeing, and you're nothing but an inspiration to all of us. So
thank you.
Thank you for having me as well, and I'll take you up on that.
All right. Well, I can't think of a better way to end the interview. You are amazing. I thought you were amazing 15 years ago, and you never stopped. And who knows, in a couple of years, there'll probably be like the family band or something will be going on, and you'll have a tour or something. Yeah, I know you. There it is. There you go. I cannot believe that it took us 15 years to do this interview, but I'm so glad we did it.
Hey, better late than never.
Hey, I'm Tigo. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.